Hey, what's up, everybody? Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching. You know what time it is. I am exposing the third house in astrology. Now, I got on this 9, it's the opposite house, but the Steelers, I have to explain it to you, right? Because it connects to the third house. So I'm exposing the meaning of the third house in astrology. You go from the first all the way to the 12th, right? The third house, Gemini, the twins. Mercury, okay? That's what's the ruler of the third house. This is outgoing sign. I mean, we're talking mutable air, right? The third house, what is it? It's really your expression. It's how we communicate, how we learn, our skills with our hands, right? Sports, right? Your hands, it's your athletic ability. It's your siblings, your cousins, aunts, uncles, local community, your neighbors, all right? It's maybe your younger sibling, but it's all siblings, okay? Here you could find in the third house your ability to dictate, communicate, how you communicate and learn, right? How you are an orator. The second house is your speech, right? Like I said, for your throat and neck, like the sound of your speech, the second house with Taurus, but the third house, it's more like your dictation, like your oratory, your public speaking, right? This is your media. This is really elementary school, right? And it's your mother, but your mother in adulthood, right? So the fourth house represents your mother, how she nurtured you from like in the womb, birth, and the caring for you. And you had your, the second house teaching your values, self-worth. But the third house, it's really, I don't know. I've read different places, heard different astrologers say different things, but I think of it mainly as elementary school, right? Where the fourth house would be sort of 6th, 7th, 8th grade. The third house is really like maybe kindergarten or 1st to 5th, okay? But then, like I said, when you're an adult, it's like your mother when you're grown up. Okay, you've left the house, you moved on, you're in the 6th, 7th, 8th house. Well, you still have a relationship with your mother. That's seen in the third house. I told you the cousins, aunts, uncles. So your neighbors, type of neighbors you might have. Oh, it's cars, automobiles, trains, buses, short distance trips, right? In your local community, all right? How you relate to your neighbors. It's also long distance trips, right? Because it's opposite the 9th house, but not for like the 9th house where it's spiritual learning or, going to foreign lands, right? Like a pilgrimage. This is just trips for fun, okay? I'm going to Hawaii or, when I went to Cancun, my boys, and, right after Big Pun died or right after Biggie died. Just vacations like that. So that's in the third house. Like I said, your athletic ability, because it's your hands, your shoulders. Remember, Gemini rules, right? The lungs, the hands, the shoulders. This is also your communication skills, your reading and writing. So the third house is really fascinating. You learn a lot about yourself, your siblings, your cousins, aunts, uncles, your neighbors, how you communicate, your writing and learning and speaking abilities. It's a great house, okay? So when you're looking at your chart in the zodiac wheel, right, and you reach out to me, Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching, you get your birth chart done, right? And you get the full report, 12-house report and the custom video summary, 30, 50 minutes. But what you're going to look for, right, if you go to astro.com or Cafe Astrology and you put in your time, date, location, year, all that stuff, you got to know the time because that sets up the ascendant, right? So let's say if you have the Virgo ascendant, then Libra, and I use the Western tropical, right? I don't know Vedic yet, but I'm going to get there one day. I know a little bit, I'm learning. But I'm trying to master the Western tropical, okay? When I do your birth chart, I do whole sign system. More predictive than Placidus. And my astrology teachers basically taught me how to use whole sign, okay? Shout out to Heather, she's one of them. Great astrologer, right? Astrology with Heather. Much respect. She's another Virgo, Scorpio rising like me. So you look for so like if you had the Virgo ascendant, then you would have Scorpio in your third house, right? But you want to look for in your chart, where is my Mercury and where is Gemini, right? So if you're that Virgo, right, then the opposite seventh house is Pisces, right? Then Aries, Taurus, Gemini, okay? So then you would have the Gemini in the 10th house, okay? So then you'd be like, okay, well, what if I had Mercury there too, right? This for the Virgo ascendant. So, you're just looking for where you can find deeper, more thorough meaning of your third house by its planetary rulership and house rulership. So that third house, even though it's Scorpio, right, and you figure out what that means, and that you want to communicate about power and transformation and digging deep and researching and investigating people and your neighbors and stuff like that. That's Scorpio in the third house, right? But then you would want to see where that Mercury is in the 10th house, maybe the 11th. It could be anywhere, right? But the Gemini is in the 10th house. So that third house, you're exposed, you're great, you're intelligent. And this is how you're learning to become intelligent. This is where you're learning your skills, whether it's writing or, communication, your reading and writing, your math, right? That's the third house. So Gemini, Mercury, mutable air, right? It's a house of thought. And remember, Mercury is 88 days. It's a quick thinking planet. And it's at home in Gemini and exalted in Virgo. So you could also look to see where Virgo is in your chart, all right? So third house in astrology, your boy Eric Taylor has exposed you. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please follow my channel. I love when you subscribe and ring the bell when I post new videos. I try to do a video or two a week. But I'm also, sometimes I'm busy because I'm working with clients. I'm doing birth charts. I'm doing numerology reports. I'm doing synastry compatibility readings. I'm doing Big 3 Astrology. Follow that at Twitter, Big 3 Astrology. That's me. Which is basically a mini chart of your sun, moon, rising sign, and part of fortune, their meanings and their placements. And it's where the part of fortune is where your soul shines the brightest. And it's the combination of those three placements, right? Sun, moon, and ascendant. And, I'm also doing relationship coaching, chronic illness coaching. So go to Taylored2U Coaching.com, check out my services, see what I'm all about, because I'm really all about service and trying to join you and help you transform and heal and increase your self-love on this journey of life through astrology, through numerology, through self-improvement. The more knowledge you have, the better off you could be. We want you to strive and increase your spirituality, all right? Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching, third house in astrology. You have been exposed, all right? Hit me up. I got you. Taylored2U Coaching at gmail.com. Got you. Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching. Peace. Oh, and see, back in when I was young, 6 years old, right? I became a Steelers fan because my mother thought Franco Harris was cute. I'm native New Yorker, born and raised my whole life in New York. I'm in Arizona, but I just came out here after I turned 40. I'm a New Yorker, don't ever forget that. But I'm a diehard Steeler fan first to the day I die. So that's why I had to rep, because that's when I learned and loved sports and became a Steelers fan. Yankees, Steelers, and Knicks, all right? Little history. I like to give you personal insight and all that stuff. All right, Gemini? All right, third house? All right, Mercury? Third house, you're exposed. Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching.